Shalom. All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Machakwadash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom unto the elect. Getting into this lesson right quick. All right, dealing with MOTB update. And this is from amny.com. All right, it says, all NYC public school students to get Omny cards instead of Metro cards next year. Okay, so reading the article, it says the city will distribute free Omny cards instead of Metro cards to the city's 1.1 million public school students next year. Part of a push by the MTA to get more transit riders using the tap and go fare payment system. So we know that the mark of the beast, it all revolves around payments, because Revelation 13 mentions that, all right, buying and selling. Okay, anything that has to do with commerce, you're going to need this in order to do it. If you own a store and you want to sell things to people, they're going to have that, and you're going to have the system implemented, okay, which is that chip, all right, that implantable device. And we've always said that, New York City is the heart of Babylon. And they're going to use this place to push forth a lot of these, this movement. All right. A lot of these philosophies and wickedness, a lot of it resonates from New York. Okay. But also the truth sprang out of New York, which is a beautiful thing. So it says Omny, right? And Omny, dealing with the word omnipresent. All right, Omni means all. Pretty much, they want to be like God with this Omni system. All right, MTA officials said Monday that the distribution of Omni cards will take place before the start of the 2024-2025 school year. So they say next year, but really they mean the next school year, meaning this fall, meaning in a couple months. So, hey, man, we living in some beautiful times, and that just coincides perfectly with the election. All right. Public schools distribute Metro cards. Now I remember I grew up in Queens, but I didn't have to use the public transit system, but I did know people that did. All right. And when I was growing up early on, a lot of people had those, the Metro cards, and you could swipe it. All right. And the schools would give them out. So it says public schools distribute Metro cards to students that let them ride to and from school and related activities for free, while students will have to use physical Omni cards for the next school year. Eventually, the MTA says students will be able to load their free trip benefits onto their smartphone, and eventually you're going to be able to have that on your chip, on your device. So you won't even need to have a smartphone around, because you're going to be the interface. You're going to be a part of it. All right. The smartphone and you is going to be one. Okay. With Apple glasses and Google glasses or whatever other technology they have, that's all to brainwash, like that fool T-Pain. He said, I ain't even going back to this whack ass regular boring reality, which that's just a reflection of how far lost our people are. That they think that regular reality is not good enough anymore. What the Most High gave you, but that's because this kingdom is whack. All right. This coming school year will be Omni cards instead of the whole incredible menu of Metro cards that the DOE system has historically been buying. It'll be just one Omni card per student, said MTA chair and CEO Jano Lieber. Sounds like a small hat. But after that, for the future, it'll all be on the phone, right? So it's all in the guise of what? Convenience and comfort. All right, so let's get some scriptures. We read enough of that. This is 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Let's get that in the NLT and also get some of the Greek. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 2:11 in the NLT, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And this is nothing but another evil scheme. This is Esau's magnum opus. All right, magnum opus means great work. Really, it's the Most High doing it. That's why I've heard the apostle say, well, it's the Most High's chip, which in a sense, that is true, because the Most High is the one that put the spirit on them to do it. And those that take it, all right, the Lord used the spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side through Esau Edom, the so-called white man, in order to implement these things, to weed out the people he doesn't want, and to show how his elect is faithful and loyal to him. All right, so let's go ahead and see right here, devices here. It says Nohema, right? It says a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose, that which thinks the mind, thoughts, or purposes. Right. Another scripture says the heart is deep. So we're not ignorant of his devices, man. Okay. We're not ignorant. We're very much aware of what they're trying to pull off right now. And they are going to get a lot of people caught in that trap. The Lord said that it will come as a snare. All right, Psalm 64. And let's see. The heart is deep. Yeah, Psalm 64 and 5 I'll start with. And this is an NLT. They encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask. Right, so they set these traps in secret, and it's in the guise. Guys, the word disguise, part of that word is guise. Okay, so a guise, matter of fact, let's look that up. Right, so when we mention these certain words, it's good for us to break them down from time to time. So guys, so we said under the guise, right? This is what Esau does. It's under the guise of another motive. But it says an external form, appearance, or manner of presentation, typically concealing the true nature of something, right? A disguise goes into the same word, all right? So he disguises the things that he does. He's in a guise to make it seem that, he's here to help. And it also says it in Revelation 13. He had 2 horns as a lamb, but spake as a dragon. And we could grab that too. Because actually, let me finish Psalm 64 and then I'll get that Revelation 13. But it says Psalm 64. I went to the next chapter. Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask. As they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised a perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind are cunning, yet the heart is deep. In other words, they go deep into wickedness. All right, they're in it. They are very much so contemplating on a regular basis cunning and crafty methods. All right, which witchcraft goes into the same word. All right, in order to deceive billions of people. So the heart has to be deep in order to accomplish something like that. I mock. All right, it says deep, mysterious, depths, deep, unsearchable. Yeah, the heart is deep. Their mind, okay, because, this is not talking about the organ in your chest that pumps blood. All right, lab is the word for heart in the scriptures, and it deals with your mind, your reasonings. All right. So their heart is deep. A diligent search. So they're searching out every which way. When you devise a plan, you got to search. You got to actually do your research and know and examine different outcomes and scenarios and how it could play out. Esau Edom is no slouch. Okay. He is a devil and he is a fool, but they definitely they're wise to do wickedness. So the wisdom that they have is for the purpose of wickedness. All right, on the left hand. So they're able to do these type of searches and analyze populations and see how they can get, especially when it comes to studying our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. They study us extensively to see how they can get us. They even go into the scriptures, man. They listen to us. All right, they observe how Jake is. They observe Jake's purchasing patterns and things of that nature. All right, but Revelation 13 and let's see, it's all the way down here. Yeah, Revelation 13 and 11. All right, it says, and I behold another beast coming up out of the earth, which is talking about America, Babylon the Great. And he had two horns like a lamb. A lamb is a docile creature. A lamb seems harmless, right? So those two horns represent the two-party system of America, Babylon the Great. The Democrats and the I always say Republicans. They are really, gangsters. These are the original gangsters dealing with the small hats, because they run this whole charade of the two-party system. All right, and horns represent power. So it's these two powers, and they represent as a lamb, like, okay, we're here to help. We're here to help the population. We're here to help the everyday folks, this and that. But what they do, they speak as a dragon. So this is what they come with, the Omny system. They tell you they're here to help you, but here's what you get. This is the help we have to offer you. Omny. Devilish, cunning and crafty plans to destroy the people. All right, and it's no coincidence that when you read about this, then just a few verses down, it speaks of the chip. All right, the mark of the beast prophecy, and we'll read it. Revelation 13 and 16 in the NLT. He required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. So, gradualism is something they use. They gradually get the people, and they do it through the youth as well. All right, because the old nigga that's getting ready to clock out, they don't really care about them. They're going to get them anyways, because those people are stupid anyways, for the most part, because they've been, brainwashed for decades, But the youth is who they want, because that's the next generation coming up. And if they can get the youth, and this is what we have now, the youth, now we're generations down of Esau's wickedness, to where the youth of 20, 30 years ago, that fruit has come to, that the result of those actions has come to fruition, and that generation's fruit has become more wicked. All right. Why? Because they got the youth back then during the 80s, 90s, the crack era, things like that. Women's lib going back decades before that. Over time, what happened? They just continuously beat the people with these philosophies and wear them down. All right. Until now we're at the point where we got open pride, open wickedness, open alphabet, open Sodom and Gomorrah activities. All right. I seen a post from sick shit, man. This shit is just vexation every day. But I seen a post from this IG page that deals with Seattle, pretty much. Seattle being like a real filthy place, apparently. Never been there, but I could believe it. And it showed, it was a post of a dude at a pride parade getting, man, pardon me for being brash and explicit, because this is some nasty shit, but getting domed from another man in public. And the police, they asked, like, yo, what are you gonna do about this? They didn't do shit, and they said you gotta pick your battles. Whatever the fuck that means. Pretty much that they're gonna allow this to be because they don't want to, they don't want to offend nobody. You don't want to offend the alphabet people. You see? These people are perverse, man. That's a pedophilic act as well, because children could be watching, man. You're out in public doing some filthy shit like that. They'll give you, but if you're a Jake and you got to go urinate behind a tree or something, they'll give you a ticket for being and label you as a sex offender. This society is trash, man. It's upside down. It's wicked. Right judgment doesn't go forth. All right. It says, and no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which is that charagma, which is what the physical implantable device that they're going to put in the people. which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name. Wisdom is needed here. We have wisdom. See, these other camps, they can't break this down because the Lord didn't impart you with wisdom. You know, the Lord didn't impart you with the spirit to break it down. The Rachak Wadash got to be there to break it down and to understand how it makes sense. You know, to see how it's playing out in the earth. Let the one with understanding solve the meaning of the number of the beast. Yeah, this is a mystery. All right. And only the elect will know what this is talking about. For it is the number of a man, right? Which man? Esau, Edom. This is his number, 666. So that's why you see it all over the place. And the number 6 represents cut. It represents sex. All right. And is this not man after? Is not this man after the flesh? Everything he does pertains to the flesh. You know, sex sells. All right. And dealing with that cutting, because when people get that MOTB, they're going to have their flesh opened up in order to get it implanted. All right. Cutting in the flesh. All right. So, and also the barcode system, when you look at it, the first two lines, the middle 2 lines, and the third set of lines at the end of it, all right, in the beginning, middle, and end, those numbers are 6, 6, and 6. All right. So by you getting this MOTB, you are going to be a part of that barcode system. You're going to become just another piece of merchandise for this beast system. You see? So it's a stupid plan. You know, it's not going to succeed, but it's going to be used. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to use the so-called white man and this plan to weed out the masses of people that he doesn't want. And they're going to be caught up in that destruction in that lake of fire in the end, and be an example of the Heavenly Father's judgment. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Hey, shalom to the next one.